Bune, Bime, Bunyips, and so while I find what I'm looking for, because I didn't put it on the card, I'm going to tell you a story that came from this time of the year. There was a child, an immigrant child, a small child, and during the quinary of Bune, the child was, it was like the child was chanting Boone, Boone, Boone. And I don't, know what the, but it could have meant something different in the the Northwestern African language that the child's mother spoke, or whatever was the case. Intermelius. Okay, I'm close here. And also at another time, the child was saying beam. Children make noises, but I thought it was interesting that it's coalesced with what we are talking about. But anyways, so the Bunyips, I think that's how you pronounce it, is an Australian idea that there's a class of beings that causes terror in the nighttime, that attacks from water, and causes drought or flood, or relates to drought or flood, I would think. And kind of looks like one of those dragon ships, kind of. V.K. Jehannem says that it's a day demon. It stars Sirius. It controls shades of the dead. It's a bridge of the primal. It causes political upheaval, monetary gain, strength for the demonolator, a bridge for the living and the dead. Okay. Michael Ford says Bune can control a medium and aids in understanding the nature of death. Stephanie Connolly says that it's that it is for all forms of communication, and people call on it for protection. Little Doom Witch says that it's under Azrael and more, and legacies and impulses. Godsmonsters.com says that it's a female, and it's brought about the standards of ancient Egypt, and it likes orange scented candles, or the color orange, or any of that sort of thing. But I have found it. I have found the demoniacus Vama chant. DVSO NVOZM ZEZTV capital Y FMV GZHZ. Sunavazm Zazdavyathmav Gazhaz 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 Tazson Vazam Zazdavyafmam Gazhaz Tumzun Vazam Zazdavyafmav Gazhaz Tavsun Vazam Zazdavyafmav Gazhaz. Okay. And more standardly, it's seen as one of the three demons over the dead, with Bifrons operating as sort of a Hertz, and Murmur operating as some sort of a soul master. And you're going to see that it's a Grand Duke, over 30 legions of entities called Bunis. And a Bunis is quite the terrifying sort of creature, even among other spirits, supposedly. A dog head, a griffin's head, a man's head on a dragon. Some say that it's a mime man. You know, it's a man, but it doesn't speak except by signs. And eloquence, so-called divine voice it brings about, summons the dead, makes appearance on the grave like the dead people. So that's part of what people... Oh, enriches. Like other Luciferian entities, we're looking at a being that people call upon because they want to get richer. Seagate Adventurers Guild Beastery warns not to have Bune around the house. And it says that each head must have a life. Must like of a... Oh, it must like the offering to be able to, you know, to go along with whatever terms one has hoped for, which can be a tricky thing, some unseen thing that has choice, and it doesn't, you know, it's not bound by this physical world, so who knows what's going to work, right? Mode 5, F sharp, Mixolydian is the O and A Venusian music. E major through F major is the traditional Venusian music. Mornings in clear weather is the typical time that people, the Karsist, following the Goetia, would use. 221.23 hertz. An A over, which is an A in the 32nd octave, is the scientific. 103.7 beats per minute. 442.5 hertz over 440 hertz, plus 9.6 centimeters. Almond, Althea, ambergris, patchouli, pennyroyal, peppermint, benzoin, or just some of the scents. We have red sandalwood, red clover, primrose, pomegranate, blueberry, thyme, vervain, vetiver, violet, wisteria, don't plant wisteria, yohimbe, burdock, salep, savory, saw palmetto, kudzu is also Venusian, spearmint, strawberry, calamus, muskroot, myrtle, orchid, oregano, orris, rose, catnip, marjoram, melalot, motherwort, mugwort, musk, cherry, life everlasting, lily of the valley, lovage, maidenhair, civet, grains of paradise, henna, lady's mantle, verbena, clover, coltsfoot, damiana, deer's tongue, dittany. You can make some money if you figure out how to get a hold of seeds and plant that stuff. It grows like oregano. So if you have big enough property, you can literally make money over the years if you figure out a way to grow dittany and sell it, because it's relative. We're elder, dogwood, deer's tongue. Deer's tongue. Uh, while you can say moon of water is vanilla, you can also put vanilla under a Venus. And my brass-lined box here to operate a symbolic vessel of the unconscious in which to store these things. And by storing these things, I know where it is. There's this mental attachment of where, just like the books on the shelf. My first working was probably 2011, but Bune, Bime. Yeah, well, let's look at some more language. In Hebrew, we have bun, son, child, bina, understanding, being, between, among, be, moi, production of a play, bima, stage, platform, bime, or bime maybe, producer of a play, buna is a builder, a mason, or a beaver. And in the ancient Aramaic, of which the Tanakh was really written in, because you'll understand it better if you look into that sort of thing. Yeah, banan, build, building. Aban, build, stone. Hubban, hard, ebony. Pun, build, thumb, great toe. Buna, build, building, build up, builder, repair, set up, make, children. Bunya, building. Remember the Saturnal, our left shoulder, Sephiroth. Mubna, a frame or structure. So this was Colonnades candle, representing eloquence, and (9:39 to 10:03 p.m.). I am not having any terribly extra rights. Tuesday, the 26th of July, 2011. A colorful, thick flow of air was to my left. It was like a spiral staircase without stairs. My soft flesh fluttered. A warm surge of energy went through me as its presence was made known. I saw a strange pile of red coals before me, in the plain black before me. It was not really so dark in the room. That sight went away. My flesh gave way a little bit, and I was in no pain. The shadows of the objects dance in a way impossible to be caused by the candlelight. A faint electric light surrounded the dark mirrors. A swirling mass of bright sparks was seen in the mirror. I feel so calm. As the half-dark colors hath light colors, cloud, spread forth. My eyes flowed over with tears. I am content. And before I share of the notes of the next section, well, I'm going to share some more of the language. You got bum, high or tall. You got baham, beast, tall creature. And remember, Bahamut, but that may not be the etymology of that if you look at it. You got Bahma, beast or cattle. Bama, high place, heights, wave. Bun, build, tent, pane. Intelligence, tent panel. Intelligence, continue the house. Son, child. Plan, understand, cunning, skillful, teacher, taught, consider, perceive, wise, viewed, discern, prudent, between, among, out of, from, betwixt, asunder. Bina, understanding, wisdom, knowledge, meaning, perfectly understand. And if in the Hebrew, isn't there something about birth? Remember well, I guess I'll talk about that as the, okay, so 2014, I am sharing a variation. So you got Bune, Bime, Bime. Perhaps I should have said more. Some say ha, yeah. Godsandmonsters.com is talking about calling the angels and the demons forth together. They could be both demons. I don't know. We also have Gersi. That doesn't make sense. That for that one. Outside, Vertebra. Lobush. Okay. I'm thinking the last one. But from 2013, you have Banu, which is a bird god sacred to Ra and Osiris, an incarnation of the soul of Ra and identified with him. Benu was self-produced, so-called anyways. The bird appeared each morning at dawn or on the Persea tree in Yinnu. The Greeks connected it with the phoenix. See Herod 273, Pliny, NHX2, Pamanius, Melas, Mela 5, 6. Is that what it says? Okay. I'm seeing more options here with the ancient Egyptian, because remember, these are the hieroglyphs. You got Baea, Yemea, Necheru, the soul's dwelling in the so-called gods. You have Baia, Yemeu, Shun, Sursur, which is a group of gods in the Duat, the 8th, so, 8 of 12. You got Ba'ea, Yemea, Duat, the souls dwelling in the Duat. So the night side, really. The Ba Yameh Deshruf, the soul dwelling is redness. Ba Nixon, jackal god. Of course, when we're talking about the dead, some jackal has to come up. You got Ba Yemt, which are, singular, plural. The soul of Yemen that fed the dead. Yemen is really Amen, if you're not familiar. Ooh, look at that little interesting little one in the corner there. You got Bimai, or Bim the, and that's Bamut, the high places. You have Ba Netru, a ram god. Ba Mem Were, a god of Abydos, a form of Osiris. Ba Na Yesir, the soul of Osiris, one of the divine souls that dwell in dead. You got the Ba Na Ha, the everlasting soul, a title of Osiris. And remember the ancient Egyptian source of the tetragrammaton of the Hebrews. Yah, Ha. Or sometimes you had three Ha. Oh, well, I guess you do have three. There's different, but anyways, the solar and lunar principle all is one. You got Ba Na Ra, the soul of Ra, Nipsini, the triad of divine souls that dwell in the dead. You got the Ba Yemeh Tefnut, and the soul dwelling in the Tefnut, Nebseni again. You got Ba'ea Gnu, so a combination of Ra, Shu, and Tefnut. You got Ba Yamishu, Nebsini, the souls dwelling in Shu. Shu is in the spirit, purified spirit. Remember what I said about the Georgian Guidestones, how that name shows up. Well, that name, that type of word for the spirit. But anyways, Ba'ea Yimnut, the gods who towed the serpent boat Kepre. Ba'ea Yumtea, Tem, Sebek, and Hathor. Sebek is a crocodile. Hathor, cow, and Tem. What's Tem? I'm sorry for my laxing Egyptology here. Ba Nebded, Arex, Ra, soul of Osiris, the life of Ra. Ba Nebdid, the ram of Mendes, a form of Osiris. There was a cartoon back in the day. Want to be member? And you go to kiss the butt of the goat, and it turns out to be a beautiful woman, but they just want to make sure you're willing to do that to join the group, right? Ba Na Gub, the soul of Geb, one of the tetrad of so-called divine souls that dwell in the dead. And you got Ba Na Shu, the soul of Shu, one of the triad of the so-called divine souls that dwell in the dead. You got Ba Mahat, the leopard of the north, and Behemoth would have came from that. But we have in Islamic literature that ends up being, there's this, I forgot how big this is, but this thing is huge. Big enough to feed a whole tribe, this spirit, if you could actually eat the flesh of this spirit. But anyways, our a food in paradise, actually, I think it. Uh, Bo-oh-he, wickedness. So bun, yeah, bun, oh, bunwer, okay. Wretchedness. And from the Dewat 12, this is after dawn, by the way, but before sunrise. Ba-na, okay. A singing dawn god. Okay, of course, it's got to be a singing dawn god. You got ba-ma, a place, a thuth, thought. And notice that variation of the symbol. And allow me to turn to 2012 before I get into my meditation on the 12th Enochian Key. I think there's not going to be an experience to share, but there may be some linguistic notes, which are important because the language tells you things that you aren't going to find written in the grimoires. So we have baneo, let's start with Greek. Cram, stuff full. Bunas, hill, mount. Bunamas, cattle feeding. Bombos, a hollow sound. Bombeo, boom, hum, buzz, ring, make a hollow sound. Okay, let me see. I'm not seeing any more. Okay. Let's see the Latin. Bene, to the point. Thank you. Do someone kindness. Fair. Benamus. Having two names. Bene, well, rightly, kindly, prosperously, quite prosper, very. Be'an, a male philosopher of the academic and later of the Cynic school, born in Scythia about 300 BCE, and it became a metonymial for a witty satirist. Bine is a pair or a brace. Bimas is 2 years old, or lasting 2 years. Bonus, good, fulfilling one's portion of moral qualities, virtue, opposed to what is bad, at advantage, suitable, of material, of successful, formable, fulfilling one's function. Okay, let's make sure we don't have anything missing from what we said earlier, or to recap using the language of Tanukh, because, of course, so-called Solomonic magic is attributed to Solomon, so let's see what Solomon would have been able to say about these names. You got Bina, understanding, wisdom, knowledge, meaning perfectly, understand. Bean, plan, understand, cunning, skillful, teacher, taught, consider, perceive, wise, viewed, discern, prudent, consider, between, among, asunder, betwixt, within, out of, from. Boon, plan, intelligence. To boon, intelligence, skillfulness, reasons, understand, discretion. To neat, pattern, likeness, form, similitude, figure. Mabna, structure, frame. Bune. That can't be it. I'm going to say tuck. Beneath building. Bime in Greek would be I shall live. Buna in ancient Aramaic, again, building, build, build up, builder, repair, set up, children, wake. Hubban, build, thumb, great toe. Abban, build or stone. Benin, building. Benin, build or building. Tibbin, straw, stubble, chaff. Tibbin, straw. Bunt, daughter, town, village, first. Apple, branches, children, company, I, old. And apples would be coming in for some people. I saw a pear on a tree today. Button, build, tent panel, intelligence, the continuing of the house from Genesis 33. Son, children, old first, many young, stranger, people. Yibmut, sister-in-law, brother's wife. Yibam, Mary, brother-in-law. Bama, high, high place, heights, wave. Bring, cause to descend. You got Bahma. Oh, that would be bring, cause to descend. Beast, cattle. Bum, beast, tall, creature. Bum, high. And let's get a closer look for this. We got Bano in Greek would be take strides, walk, go, step, mount, arrive, go away. Bayon, palm branch. Bano, depart, die, stand fast, be settled, cause to go. And let's go into the Enochian Key now. Yawn. 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 Oh, you that reign in the south and are 28, the lanterns of sorrow, bind up your girdles and visit, bring down your train, 3663, that the Lord may be magnified, whose name amongst you is wrath. Move, I say, and show yourselves. Open ye mysteries of your creation, be friendly unto me, for I am the servant of the same your God, a true worshipper of the highest. Pankita sona babage. Adkis abhabeo tibibab alar atra odeth Berix vathen mean arne avath sabadain I evan pah Sakagas ad Zamran ala Kikleka Sargelapsida Nakamal Haweth Eda. A pressure from the east and west at the same time came before the euphoria. And there were squiggles between the stones. Squiggles of a blue with tinges of violet, that sort of color. Or maybe, no, it was sort of periwinkle. But the spirals started in the direction of the darker Botswana agate. And it feels like there's a figure 8 of energy going around and between the stones. What energy do you feel? What do you see? Fitharzi Vom Sarg. Peace be upon every one of you.